Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
I got you, bro. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Woo!
Yeah.
What you heard.
Yeah.
It's what you hearing.
Okay.
It's what you hearing. Listen. It's what you hearing. Listen.
Let's go.
X gon' give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own.
Yeah.
Open up the door.
Gen X and DMX, we got you
Sponsored
right here.
by who? Sponsored by who?
Bullet Rye, baby.
Let's
Bullet
go. Hey. Oh yeah. Let's get
Bring it.
Come on, man.
All right.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay for real, and I'm here with OGG on XWhyZ Sportstakes, man. Come on, man.
Final Four weekend, baby.
Final four, man. Final four.
Everybody,
Get started,
all the teams you love to hate, hate to love, whatever you got.
man. We got Florida and Auburn, and Houston and Duke. Who you got, man? Who do you got?
So, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I think Duke's the best team.
Okay.
I think they are. But I hate Duke. I hate Duke.
Even
Is there a name in sports that you'd love to punch in the face more than Dookie? It just sounds like something you want to just...
what about Duke Dennis?
Dookie. Hi. What are you? I'm a Dookie. Doesn't that just feel like
Wait,
somebody you
are
just
you
want to
call-
slap the hell out of?
You want to hit Duke?
Slap.
You
Like
want to
that.
you want to box Duke Dennis?
Right upside the head. Come on now.
Hey, Duke, he calling you out, bro.
Duke.
Duke Dennis, bro. He
America. Duke. Duke, you know, like, just like that. So, even though I like Cooper Flag, I like the roster.
Yeah.
But the reality is, it's Duke.
Yeah.
So, two things. We're in Texas.
Yeah.
We might be in that ugly ass Houston city.
Yeah.
But I'm going to pull for Houston, man. I'm going to pull for Houston.
You gonna pull for
Ball out, play defense, wear them out, beat them up,
Okay.
foul, whatever you got to do.
Yeah. I got Houston too. I got Houston for the one fact. But damn.
But damn, what?
Duke though.
Duke. Dookie. Hi, I'm a Dookie.
Bro.
I'm a Dookie. Man,
I think Duke, bro, it's just like they got Cooper Flag, you feel me? They got Cooper Flag. That's all they need. That's all they need. Right? That's all
Well,
they need.
I don't know.
They
They got lots of vets in Houston.
That's true.
They got some
That's
juniors
true.
and seniors.
That's true. That is true.
They're a little bit rougher over there. It's Houston, man.
Yeah, that's true.
It's Houston.
I say this.
I think Duke's the best team.
Let's just say it like this, man. I think out of Florida and Auburn, I think Auburn's gonna win that. I think Auburn's gonna win.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because I hate Florida.
You
Okay,
hate-
this is
damn,
all
damn.
about vendettas. For me, it's all about vendettas. It might be 2025, but I still hate Florida because of Steve Spurrier in football in 1996.
What?
So I had this guy back in 96. All he did was yap all week long. Nebraska versus Florida. All week long, he kept yapping like this. If you ain't a gator, you're gator bait.
It sounds like something Kip would say.
It does sound like, it says like something Kennebec would say. This dude was yapping all week long. You're like, oh, we're fun and gun. We're going to throw the football up. You guys run the option. You guys are from the 1960s. Blah, blah, blah. Man. 62 to 24.
Damn.
62 to 24. So, Auburn, I want you to channel your Huskers and beat the hell out of Florida. That's all I want. Beat them up. Houston, Auburn, nobody else may feel it, but I feel it.
Yep.
Do it for me. Do it for Gen X, baby.
Hey, Duke.
Dookie. Dookie. Man, and I like Cooper Flag. If he played anywhere else, I wouldn't care if Cooper Flag was at
Do you know who Duke Dennis is?
I don't even know who Duke now. I have no damn idea.
Hold on, bro.
Sounds like he's in Trump's cabinet or something.
No, you can't be saying that. You can't be saying that. That's Duke, bro.
Yeah, I can't be saying it. The Constitution says that. It said you can say anything you want.
Look, that's Duke, bro.
What's his deal? Who is this dude? I'm old. Who is this dude? Denny. Denny.
That's Duke Dennis, man.
What's he do?
It's a guy. He's a streamer, man.
He's a streamer?
Just like me.
All
YouTuber,
right.
streamer.
Streamer. Is he upstream or downstream?
You want to box
He's
him
in the
though?
river?
You want to box him though?
Box him? Maybe. Maybe. Let's put it on. What about MMA?
Oh shit! All right,
Let's get him out here.
let's do it. But hey, let's get back on topic.
Let's get back on topic, man. I'll ruin everything.
What?
Dookie!
Oh shit! All right, man. I got Duke, man. I got Duke.
Oh,
I got Duke. I got Duke, man.
Houston, if you have to, hack a coop.
Nah.
Hack whatever you got to do.
Coop going for
Sweep the leg, Houston. Do like Karate Kid. Sweep his leg.
Coop about a bone, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Even though Houston's defense is good, bro, he about to expose their defense.
No, he ain't exposing nothing.
He about to expose their defense.
Man,
Yep.
Houston.
He gonna expose their defense, bro.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Rotate your players, stay fresh, and run. Man, they play defense the whole shot clock.
Yeah, but
From the
Coop
time they're
got-
coming down court, Houston's
have
gonna
you
be all
seen
over them.
seen what Cooper Flag's done to pro athletes? You see what he can do.
All right, we'll see.
So I'm just gonna leave it there. You feel me?
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I don't even. I'll say this. I'll say with
So
them.
why don't you say this? Say it. What you got to say?
I'm just gonna say that Houston Cougars, they average 58 points allowed. You feel me?
That's D.
So that is D.
That's D.
But point differential, look at that. Duke. 20.
Man,
Come on now. Come on.
they're in the ACC, the All Crybaby Conference. They're
All
weak
right.
this year.
All right.
My Carolina team was weak this year. They're,
All right, bro.
All right. Cougars, let's go, baby.
What? So what's your who do you think's gonna win it all though? Let's just get that out the way. Who you think's gonna win it all?
I'm taking Houston.
Houston's
I'm
winning it all.
going.
Versus
I might not be
versus
from Texas.
Auburn. Versus Auburn.
Houston versus Auburn, man.
Okay.
Only because
I got Duke.
I hate Duke. I like the players, man. I'll take Cooper Flag in San Antonio next year. But for now,
That's what I was gonna say. If he goes to San Antonio,
oh, I like him already. If he played at like Weber State, if he was at Gonzaga, you'd be at Gonzaga and I'd be fine with it.
that's why.
Indiana, Purdue. I'd be fine if you were at Purdue, man.
You just don't fuck with Duke.
Man, Duke. Anybody out there, post why you hate Duke. Let's have the top 10 reasons. Anybody out there that's listening, let's make this the top 10 reasons why it's fun to hate Duke.
So even like just any Duke, just Duke in general, just Duke.
Dukies. There's only one good Duke.
Who?
Well, there's Duke John Wayne from way, way back in the day. That was the Duke. That Duke.
You know,
was
Duke
cool.
Dennis was born around that time too,
When was Duke Dennis?
like 1980, 1970.
No, John Wayne was like born in like 1930 or something.
Oh, so he got. I mean, I'm pretty sure Duke. Actually, he might have been around that. Actually.
No,
Yeah, he might have been around that.
So anyway, I want everybody to say their top 10 reasons why they hate Duke. And I'll start it off. I'll say it.
What?
Christian Leitner.
What?
Christian, come on. Christian Leitner.
All right.
Bobby Hurley.
Let's just get back on topic, bro.
That is topic.
It is topic.
It is topic. All right.
Let's get into the NBA though, man. Let's get to the NBA.
The NBA.
Yeah. Let's get to the NBA. We got to see. We got what? Like, isn't the playoffs going to start this month?
Yes.
So we gotta figure out what's going on.
Should we start at the bottom and talk about the non-ballers association? Like
So
Charlotte and teams like that.
Washington.
Washington. Does Washington have any NBA players on their roster? Is that like the G League roster? For real? Do they have?
Because they got rid of Kuzma, didn't they?
But maybe their only NBA player. Jordan
He's
Poole's
gone.
like a G League just starting for him.
Wasn't Jordan Poole a G Leaguer on the Warriors before he got called up?
Yeah.
That's wild. But yeah, I ain't gonna
Life's
lie.
been rough since he's off Steph Curry's coattails, man.
Come on, bro.
You know it's real. You know it's real.
This is cool though, cause look at how many teams we have that are able to make the playoffs right now. I say 8 through 3 right now can all change. Really, 8 through 2 can all change right now.
The Rockets are rolling. They'd be tough they'd be tough to catch up to. They got
I'll say the Nuggets through Clippers. All these can change though.
Man. Speaking of the Clippers,
What?
Kawhi Leonard, is he back for now?
Nah.
Kawhi, you back?
What's he back?
From retirement. He was retired. He was like,
Didn't he make like a whole like video announcement of him coming back, like a trailer? That's how you know it's bad. He made a whole trailer to announce he was coming back from it. Like, think about this: Clay didn't make no trailer of him coming back. KD didn't make no trailer of him coming back. Paul George never made a trailer of him coming back. That's how you know it's bad when he makes a whole trailer talking about him coming back. Like he acting like he MJ and went to go play some baseball and came back.
what did he go do? Where were you? Kawhi, what were you doing? Were you surfing out in LA?
I think I can actually answer that. He was making a New Balance commercial.
Was it that bad? They had to do it over and over? Well, that's part of your problem right there. Like, New Balance, I honestly didn't even know it was still a shoe.
Come on, bro. Aren't we wearing New Balances?
Did you?
Yeah, I mean, they got some stuff. They got some. I want to say I would hooping no New Balances. I wasn't hooping no New Balances, but I mean, like dressing up, I'd wear some New
No,
Balances.
1978 called and they're looking for it. That's all I'm saying,
Whoa,
man. New Balance.
Hey, bro.
If you're on the court, it's no balance.
Yeah, you ain't got no balance.
No
for
balance.
Sure. For sure, you ain't got no balance on
No.
that.
So, everybody, wait, wasn't there a hater talking about the T-Wolves a while back?
Yeah.
Right before they went on like a 3-game win streak.
And on top of that,
3-game win streak.
Wait. Actually, while we're on the topic of haters, I'm gonna go back real quick to address this about college. Basically, we had some haters talking about there's no way you all have number one teams going in the Final Four or having a number one team win it. Yet every number one team is, if you have eyes, all the number one teams. So, yes, we took a long shot by doing it, but we also knew what we were talking about because if you didn't know, there's a thing called NIL now, which is basically the reason why all these good number one teams made it this far. Is because of NIL. We're going to see a lot more of this.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot less Cinderella stories.
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot less.
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot less small schools making it to the Elite Eight and things like that.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, of course, the Dukies, man. I mean, they are loaded with talent.
Come on, bro.
Um,
The Dukies, bro.
the Dukies.
You got to stop saying
Man. Anybody else? Why couldn't they be at Gonzaga? Gonzaga would be fine. Washington, I'd be fine with Washington.
But Dookie, bro.
UCLA, well, no, I don't like that. I don't like UCLA either.
But Dookie.
Indiana or Purdue, something like that. I don't know.
You just don't like Duke, man. He just don't like Duke.
I just don't like
You
Duke.
just don't like
Auburn,
Duke.
I like, man. Auburn's cool.
You don't like Duke. You don't like Florida. Shit.
Yeah, don't like Florida.
But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm actually kind of surprised though that the Cavs are doing what they're doing.
What's up with that? They just falling apart at the last minute. They've been killing it, but now they're kind of. Are they going to come back? Is this just a bad stretch?
I mean, they're probably resting their players a little bit more. They're already locked in. They got 60. They're already clinched. So they'll probably, you know what I mean. They're probably trying to rest their guys, not trying to go too hard for playoffs.
The reality is in the East, it's a 2-team race.
Yeah.
I don't see the Knicks.
I don't know why Milwaukee isn't doing what Milwaukee should be doing. And I'm not going to lie, since Dame's out for the season now, I think Giannis is gone. He going to be gone.
Where's he going?
I don't know. I hope the Warriors. Warriors! I hope the Warriors, though, for real.
Spurs would be nice. Him and Wemby.
Him and Wemby would be nice.
That would be crazy. That'd be unfair to the rest of the league.
I don't think that even... How would y'all even get... Like, y'all have... I mean...
We have a ton of draft picks.
Yeah.
We could give up anybody but Wemby and Castle.
Y'all could literally give up y'all's pick this
Whole team.
year.
We could give up 5 first-round picks and a couple players.
Damn, y'all could get...
And then if you had...
Wemby and Giannis, bro.
You know how many like mid-level players would be flocking to San Antonio? Every 3-and-D player in the NBA would be flocking.
Shit. Y'all just... Damn, and then y'all still got Castle. If y'all keep him, y'all probably might have to trade him for that.
That's fine.
Bro, it's like Castle's.
He's tough, man.
I'm not saying he's like he's
He's gonna be nice.
he's gonna be so tough, and he's young. You know what I mean? Like,
Mark my word, right
might
now,
not be
Spurs
better-
Nation, he's gonna be better than De'Aaron Fox.
Oh.
In 3 years,
I mean,
maybe
that's-
2 years.
That's not even a bold take, bro.
He's gonna be better than De'Aaron Fox.
That's not even a bold take, bro. It's literally not even a bold take. Did you see the stats he was putting up as the number one?
He's nice.
Yeah. That ain't even a bold take, bro. But yeah.
So let's get out to the West, because it's the Wild West.
Nah, it is.
It's the Wild West.
Look at y'all Spurs down there. About to be eliminated.
That's okay. That's all good, man.
You know, if y'all went on a little winning streak, y'all can make playoffs. That'd kind of be crazy.
We're trying to get that Cooper Flag guy out of Indiana.
Atlanta's ranked, so y'all kind of...
Man, that sucked. I thought Atlanta would fall apart more than that.
They're
I was
on a
hoping for a
4-6
really nice
losing
pick.
streak.
Huh?
They're on a 4-6
Yeah, but
losing
we need
streak.
them to drop out. We need them to lose in the play-in.
Yeah.
We need them to fall out. Because they're in the play-on. The East is
Bro,
locked
I
in,
ain't gonna
man.
lie. Suns are so cooked, bro. I don't even know what the Suns should do.
Trade everybody and start over.
You know how I feel
what do you do?
You know how I feel the most bad for is like Devin Booker. Because I feel like Devin Booker came... Look, I feel like Devin Booker came to this team when they were trash, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they were able to kind of like build up this whole roster and then kind of just like gave it away for like KD and Bradley Beal, and now they're like trash. Like they had a chance. Like they had finally... He had waited all those years for them to build their roster, and then they get to the playoffs, or they get to the finals, lose it, and then just completely restart their team, and now they're back to ass.
If I'm Phoenix,
I'm not saying KD and Bradley Beal's ass. It's just not working. It just don't work. Like you can have elite players, and it just don't work. Bradley Beal is kind of washed now. I'm not gonna lie.
but there's no chemistry.
Yeah, they don't make sense. None of the. It just don't. It don't work. It's just.
I don't think Dame and Giannis.
I don't know how that doesn't work though. That doesn't even make sense. How it don't work. They're. It's like that should be a perfect match made in heaven.
Should it be?
Yes. Why wouldn't it not? Why would it not work for them?
So on the one hand, you have the most physically unstoppable player in the league, in Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, he's the most physically unstoppable player.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a high volume player with the ball in his hands
Mm-hmm.
that loves to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
High volume player that loves to shoot
Mm-hmm.
and isn't known to be a passer.
Okay. What do you mean?
Not an amazing, like he's.
Okay, but think about it.
If you're
like
gonna
this.
have a big,
But you have
that can score.
But you have this though. You have a paint beast that people have to respect. That they gotta. You have two players that you have to at least double team. Am I lying? If Giannis is in the paint, you gotta double team him. If Dame is around the 3-point line, you gotta double him.
But if they can't mesh like this, it don't matter.
How do they not mesh though? They don't make you. You know that. You know what?
You know what they're missing?
You know what? That's why Curry's better. That's why Curry's better.
They're lacking a Draymond to facilitate.
Because if Curry had a Giannis, bro, he'd make that shit work.
Oh, he'd make it work.
I ain't gonna lie.
He'd make it work.
He'd make that shit work. He would, bro. You cannot tell.
Right. So we got a couple weeks left in the season.
Yeah.
Clippers are playing well. Timberwolves are playing all right. Memphis Grizzlies, man, and I love Memphis, but
I ain't gonna lie.
they ain't it anymore. And I love their roster. But I just don't understand. I love everything about Memphis' roster. You got a big, you got a stretch four.
Their team is.
You got athletic wings.
Their team is tough. I don't know.
But I don't understand why. I don't like. You got a lightning quick point guard.
Watch them in the playoffs. I'm gonna just say that.
No, I just love that. I love the makeup of the roster.
That roster about to pop off in the playoffs and prove you wrong.
Everything about that roster, Desmond Bain. You got wings that are athletic and can play defense and can score. You've got a point guard that nobody can guard one-on-one.
I just hope we don't play. I hope, because if it ended right now, the Warriors would play them wrong.
Speaking of point guards that can score from anywhere, we were talking about this the other day. The point guard position right now in the NBA is
probably
4 to 5 times better.
Yeah.
Better. 4 to 5 times than any era, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm an old head that loves old school. But the point guard position
is different.
So deep right now.
It's different.
I mean, we rattled off like 11 guys that could hoop like crazy.
You know who we missed? We missed Tyrese Halliburton. We didn't even name that.
We did. It was so. I mean, and there's probably other guys, but we were rattling them off. There's so many point guards right now. It's crazy how deep the position. You know, on the flip side of that, I was thinking about, we were talking about the bigs are so weak now.
But I ain't gonna lie, you gotta put Jokic up there.
Oh, you gotta put Jokic up there. But if you're talking about the golden era,
I'm not gonna lie. I think if you plugged in Jokic at any era, bro, he would still dominate the same way.
I don't think he'd dominate the same way. You know why? Okay, I love Jokic, and I think he's closing in on top 5 center territory for sure. But if you stuck him in the 90s, what he would have to do, and he would give people problems no matter what. Mm-hmm. But back in the day, if he had to play Dikembe Mutombo,
true,
Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Shaquille O'Neal, Hakeem Olajuwon, like if you had to play a handful of those guys back to back, it's going to be tough. Now they would have a problem.
That's true.
Other than David Robinson, I feel like other than David Robinson and probably Hakeem,
but they would also be tired out guarding him.
No, they would. But also,
and I'm not gonna lie, I think the thing that like separates him, like his passing.
His passing's crazy. Yeah.
I don't know how you would guard that. Like, okay, like maybe he wouldn't score as much as he does, but
he wouldn't score or rebound as much as he does.
But you know he's gonna rack
up. Oh no! He would still score because those players, other than David Robinson, I think, would have a hard time with him.
And it's
at
like
the 3-point line.
Yeah, because it's like the thing is he's not fast or anything.
Oh no, I love his game.
He can get to his spot and you could rough him up a little bit and he could still score.
But he's stronger than he looks.
Yeah, he's strong. I feel like he could.
I'm not acting like he's gonna get pushed around. It's not that.
He's strong.
I'm not talking about him. I'm not saying he couldn't play because I still think he'd be an all-star and one of the best players.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it would be tougher because
sure.
The NBA,
you don't got no centers like that now.
Well,
except like Joel Embiid.
The two positions that I think are weaker than they've ever been are power forward. Overall, there's not much depth. Anthony Davis is always hurt. When he's healthy, he's great. Giannis is.
You know, we don't really ever like, unless they're like all-star players. It's either they're all-star or they're nothing at this position. And I feel like small forward is like that. Like either as a small forward, you're either all-star, like a great player, or you're just nothing. Which like I feel like it's been like that forever though. Like you don't have any in between.
But like the golden era of power forwards was the.
But think about
2000s.
Think about small forward. You ever think about that? Like, small forwards aren't really like, unless you're an all-time like player. Small.
You don't hear about. Well, you know, obviously there's been some great small forwards the last several years, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like LeBron fucking James is a small forward.
Durant in his prime, you know, he's mostly been small forward.
Technically, Kawhi, PG, technically.
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, there's been a lot of.
You know what I'm saying? They're either great or they're just...
But I'm just talking about power forwards, that how there's not as many. It was the 2000s, early to mid 2000s when you had Kevin Garnett,
Yeah.
Tim Duncan,
That's true.
Dirk Nowitzki,
No, that's true.
Chris Bosh.
I mean, that was probably like a golden era.
That's what I'm saying. The golden era of power forwards was that 2010. You know, you had. I mean, it was low. And that's
Zach
not even
Randolph.
Huh?
Zach Randolph.
Rasheed Wallace, man.
Yeah.
Rasheed Wallace, skill wise, was crazy power forward.
Yeah.
Now you have a few. You don't have the same depth. Anthony Davis could be an all-time great, but he's never healthy.
True.
Just like Joel Embiid was.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Anthony. I ain't gonna lie. I feel bad for Anthony.
I do know his body.
I feel bad for Anthony Davis.
The reality is, I'll make fun of people, make fun of his street clothes, but when you're 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot.
Why'd you have to say that?
I didn't invent that, man. That's a Barkley thing, man. That's you know.
Nah, but
It is what it is.
it's street clothes is crazy. But nah, I do be feeling bad for him though, because it's just like when you're at like a certain height, it's just harder to like.
Their knees, their ankles, just everything.
Yeah.
Everything about a 7-footer. That's why when you get players, 7-foot players that have a longer career, it's amazing.
True.
So, because some of the best players of all time that were 7 foot never panned out because of injuries.
Yep.
Ralph Sampson, way back in the 80s, whenever he was like Wemby before Wemby, he was 7'4",
Yep.
2-time player of the year. Like it was supposed to be him and Olajuwon together.
Yeah.
That could have changed the trajectory of how we see Jordan.
Yeah.
Like two 7-footers side by side.
That could have been
That would have been, because he was athletic. He was playing power forward. They had Olajuwon at center and Sampson at 7'4" in the 80s.
Yeah.
At power
7
forward.
foot. Yeah.
Think about that.
That's Wemby right there. That's
Wemby.
Right? Yeah.
And he was a 2-time NCAA Player of the Year.
Yeah, that's Wemby.
Um,
So Wemby type.
That's a Wemby thing. That's why sometimes I get a little irritated when like we've never seen anybody like that. Yeah, did he put the ball on the floor? No, because they didn't work on that back then.
Yeah.
But had he had that opportunity,
I will
his
say though,
game was amazing.
Wemby is different though. I will say.
No, Wemby's different just because I feel like his arms are like 6 inches longer than any player.
That and just he do move different. I'm not gonna lie, he does move different at his height.
Yeah,
He does move.
he's
Different.
one of the best moving 7, not the best, but one of the better. I think there's no doubt who the most athletic footed center of all time was, and I don't know if second place is even close, and that's David Robinson. If anybody ever goes back and looks at, I don't think there's ever been a 7-footer,
We're just talking about 7 foot, like
7 foot and above.
KD.
Better athlete than KD. Not even close. Not even close. No, he can move. I'm not talking about handles. I'm talking about foot speed, athleticism, plant quickness. David Robinson was, dude. You're talking about a guy that was 6'4" when he went into college. So most of his life,
I'm just
he was a
saying,
guard.
like KD.
KD ain't the athlete. KD is not the athlete that David Robinson was.
For you, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, bro. Kevin Durant. All right,
How tall's Giannis? 6'10"?
6'11".
6'11", so he's an inch short of the 7-foot club. Robinson was a 7'1" Giannis with his athletically. Same guy. I think 7'1", same guy athletically.
Yeah.
And KD is not the athlete that Giannis
All
is.
right.
Now, no 6'11" guys ever.
I feel like you're forgetting like OKC KD though.
He isn't the athlete they are. Not the I'm not diminishing what KD is as a scorer. He's the most unique scorer there's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And unless Wemby develops that shot, and then now we're talking about
An upgrade.
a 6-inch taller version of KD.
Yeah.
But he has to still develop it. KD's,
Yeah.
yeah. But KD's not the twitchy kind of athlete. Giannis is a twitchy athlete. If you want to use terms from football, Giannis is a pretty damn twitchy athlete for 7
He
foot.
is. No, he
David
is.
Robinson was a twitchy athlete.
I'll take that.
You'd have to watch. I heard stories about him running drills in basketball, and he'd outrun the 6'4" guards doing suicides. I don't know if that's true, but they talked about it. And if that's the case, that a 7 foot, imagine if KD outran Westbrook doing suicides. You'd be like, holy damn, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
And that Spurs roster had some athletes. So, anyway,
Let's move.
I always get things off topic. That's my specialty.
That's what he does.
That's what I do. Off topic.
Nah, but you think we should talk football? You think
We gotta talk. Yeah, I heard Shedeur Sanders impressed everybody at some workouts.
I heard
about that.
Yeah, I say Travis Hunter worked out as a receiver.
Yeah, I heard he might play offensive tackle too. I'm just kidding.
I heard he might.
He better play DB. Travis Hunter, play DB.
Who do you think is going first overall?
Cam Ward.
Overall, first overall, Cam
Number
Ward.
one overall. If I'm number one overall, I take Cam Ward. If I'm not drafting number two, I take Sanders.
You're taking a quarterback.
Man, if you need a quarterback, how do you not take a quarterback?
Oh.
How do you not take a quarterback?
I don't know, man. It's just I don't know.
How do you not take a quarterback? World, how do you not take a quarterback?
Yeah, that's Abdul Carter, bro.
If you're Cleveland,
I'll take Travis Hunter before them. I'm not gonna lie.
who's playing quarterback for you?
It don't matter. Just
Yes, it matters.
oh yeah, it does matter. All right, but
Deshaun
like O
Watson.
line. You feel me?
Man,
It starts with the O line, really. If you want to talk like that, it
but
really
you know
starts
what?
with the O line.
Let me ask you a question. You can get an O lineman in the second round, third round. You know,
It's just
Cleveland got a starting tackle a couple years ago in the 5th round.
It's just like, yeah.
But
You're not getting the business.
You rolling with Deshaun Watson. Really?
No, I'm not.
Kenny Pickett?
I'm not rolling with Deshaun Watson.
Kenny
Fuck
Pickett?
no.
That's our other option. Kenny Pickett?
I mean, we're rolling with Mason Rudolph, so
No, we don't have to.
we are though.
You know what I do?
You heard Tomlin said, right? He said he's
I'm a
comfortable.
dumbass. Oh, no, but he said, "Hi, I'm Mike Tomlin. I'm a dumbass because I don't value quarterback in 2025." Yes, Mike Tomlin. It's 2025. You need a damn quarterback. You need a damn quarterback.
Can Big Ben? Can you come back, please, Big Ben? Ben Roethlisberger, if you hear us, man, come back, man, come back.
I'm still baffled. Somebody. How did we take DK Metcalf? How did we give up a pick for a receiver without a quarterback to throw to him?
And that was our second round pick, right?
That's our second round pick.
Yeah, we're cooked. I'm not gonna lie. He said, but you know what he said? He said we can roll with Mason Rudolph, and he'd be comfortable with that.
We just paid him a bunch of money. Of course he would say that.
Yeah.
And I'm not even hating on DK Metcalf. If we had a quarterback,
No, I'm saying we can roll. We're rolling with Mason Rudolph.
well, of course he said that because he just got a lot of money. He's happy. It's a honeymoon period.
Yeah.
By game 5, when Mason Rudolph's underthrowing him and the ball's getting picked off, he's going to slam his helmet down.
No, I'm saying Mike Tomlin said that.
Mike Tomlin's a dumbass when
I'm
it
not,
comes to
say,
quarterbacks.
I'm not saying DK said that. I'm saying Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin said that. But
Yeah.
he also said we could roll with Justin Fields and Kenny Pickett.
We lucky could have rolled with Justin Fields.
No, we couldn't.
What was wrong with him?
What was right with him?
What was wrong with Russ?
What was right with him? He was okay.
He was.
Can we just build the damn team
He was good. He'd be good enough for this roster.
good enough to be 3rd in the division, 4th in division?
No, weren't we like 2nd or 1st?
We ain't gonna get out of anything.
Bro, we're definitely gonna be better than Cleveland, and we're definitely gonna be better than Cincinnati. Cause Cincinnati, who is on their defense?
Cincinnati's a dumbass too.
Name one player on Cincinnati's defense.
Yeah,
Name one player.
yeah, they're dumb too. I get keeping Jamar Chase,
You can't.
but keep one star receiver and let everybody else go. You got to build a team, man. I don't understand some of these GMs.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I think we'll be better than Cincinnati and the Browns. I'm not gonna lie. Our division is kind of turning to
Literally, all Cincinnati had to do is look at the Chiefs. We got our great quarterback.
Facts.
Man, we are not paying the rest of our roster to play wide receiver.
Facts.
I'll keep one. I get you keep Jamar Chase, but the rest of the receivers you let them walk. You cannot pay 2 wide. You just can't do it.
Nah,
You just can't do it.
On top of like Joe Burrow being Joe Burrow, like he gonna get his money. Like they're all just gonna like all their money is going to them 3.
You can't do that. You've got to trade players away and have young receivers.
Yeah. That's why they had to get rid of Joe Mixon.
Because they had to pay receivers.
I would have rather kept Joe Mixon on a smaller contract than have number 2. Well, really, it's 1A, 1B.
So
it's really 1A, 1B.
Who are we going to take? Who's the Steelers going to take, man? You think Jackson Dart? A lot of rumors he's moving all the way up to the first round.
Fuck, bro. If we get Jackson Dart in the first round, bro, I'm going to crash out. I'm going to really be mad.
It could be worse, though.
Bro, that's just going to be like Kenny Pickett over again, bro. I'm not going to lie.
Could be worse. I heard another rumor of a quarterback they like.
Who?
Milroe.
Fuck no. Hell no. Under no circumstances does that happen. 0. Under no circumstances did that happen.
I think Milroe and Jackson Dart may go in the first round.
Fuck. Not to us. At least that. Not to us. They not going to us. I'm going to say that right now. Pittsburgh Steelers are not drafting either of those players. And if they do, I'm going to crash out. All right?
I think one of them the Steelers draft.
Nope. It's not happening.
I think Mike Tomlin is bad enough at picking quarterbacks.
Nope, it's not happening, bro. But hey, I think we're all good though, man. We think we covered everything mostly.
I think we covered everything.
Duke,
you suck.
Hey, man. Appreciate y'all for coming by, man. You know what I'm saying? Jay for real. And who am I with?
OGG, baby.
Hey, Z, baby.
Go Cougars.
Z.
Go Cougars.
Duke. Hey, Duke.
Bring it home.